Today on the Stay-at-Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make easy Parmesan rice pilaf. I'll be demonstrating a really basic rice pilaf, and then we'll be adding in cheese for what my family ends up calling cheesy rice. It's so simple and so delicious. For this recipe, you'll need 2 cups of long grain white rice. Today I'm using jasmine rice, but you could also use basmati. There are several methods for rinsing rice, and it is optional, but you get a better texture of your rice. I like to do this in a fine mesh sieve. Move it around in the sieve under cold water and continue rinsing until the water comes out clean and rinses away all the starch. Set your rice to the side for a few minutes and get a large saucepan heating over medium-high heat. Add in 1 tablespoon of butter and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Then once the butter is melted, add in 1 small minced onion, and you can use white or yellow, and you want it to be really finely diced. We'll saute this for about 3 minutes before we add in our rice. Toasting the rice adds an additional, almost nutty-like flavor. We'll toast the rice in with our onions until the onions are soft and translucent, which will take another maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Now this is optional depending on what flavor you're going for, but you can also add in 2 cloves of minced garlic and saute that for about 60 seconds. Then we'll pour in 4 cups of chicken broth, or you could use vegetable broth, or even a beef broth if you want a really different flavor. This is a really basic rice pilaf, but feel free to experiment with different spices, herbs, and broths to mix and match different flavors. I'll even give you some suggestions on my website. Once the broth comes to a boil, reduce the heat to low, put a lid on, and let it simmer for 15 minutes. It's becoming increasingly popular to replace half of the rice with orzo pasta, which you can totally do using this same method. You'll just want to add in your orzo with your onion because it needs a little bit longer to toast. After 15 minutes, your rice should have absorbed all of the liquid. An easy way to test that is to carefully tip your pan and see if there's any liquids that come spilling out. There's none on this one, so we know our rice is done. Add in 1 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese, which melts better than that canned stuff. We'll season this with 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. You can always add more salt to taste later. Right now, we're gonna stir this all together so that the cheese can be evenly distributed. You'll be able to see all sorts of strings of cheese. Then you can pop the lid on until you're ready to serve. It can even sit with the lid on for 10 to 15 minutes while you get everything else ready for dinner. This is definitely one of our family favorites, and now it can be one of yours too. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow, and check out the rest of my videos where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.